What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 39, 2 seasons, 1 Survivor Series. Hi, I'm Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
You're so funny. You're just a funny guy, Chad. Don't let the haters tell you any differently.
I know. Well, you're usually the hater, so
Yeah, don't let me tell you any differently.
no.
This is This is the biggest show of the night, biggest show of the month, biggest show of the winter season, Chad. Even bigger than WWF SmackDown. This is Survivor Series Raw versus SmackDown. Bragging rights are on the line, and the number 30 spot on the Royal Rumble is on the line tonight. Which brand gets it? At least the actual competitor that gets it is not on the line tonight. Regardless, it's huge. A lot of implications. The WrestleMania implications are technically on the line tonight.
Huge.
We're gonna get your predictions. We're gonna get your thoughts and thinkings of matches moving forward into the show. But let's get into it. We got a lot to get over. We start off tonight with Kevin Kelly in the pre-show interviewing Vince McMahon, and he asked Vince, "Did you hear? Obviously, you're the owner of the company, but did you hear PJ Black saying if he wins, he's gonna get a world title match?" And Vince says, "Yeah. He wants to win. He wants to beat me. Yeah, he can get a title match. But if he loses, there's going to be some consequences too. Because if you lose tonight, PJ Black, you're going to go have to pack your bags and go find a job somewhere else."
Ooh. Oh, don't worry. WCW would love to have you.
You want to cross the boss? Well, if you lose, you're going to have to cross the street to get a taxi back to a new job. So Vince McMahon says if PJ Black loses tonight, here in Dallas, Texas, in front of 30,000 people, he'll have to find a new job. Or if he wins, he gets a world title shot.
Wild. It's gonna happen.
Our pre-show match of the night: Takako Inoue defeats Emi Sakura in 16-17 with the Huracan, and she makes this defense number 2 of the Women's Championship. Chad, Inoue, she's very good in the ring.
Oh yeah,
very good in the ring. Jushin Liger's backstage and catering, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat says, "Hey, look, I know you're busy, Jushin Liger, but I know you're not watching WCW. But I saw someone call out retirement last night, or on Thunder. I saw Rick Martel. So I thought, why not give me an extra run? If we're just gonna retire people and have them come out to wrestle for no reason, why not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?" And Jushin says, "All right, I don't know what you're talking about, Ricky, but okay." So we're getting Jushin and Ricky tonight, Chad.
We know that Steamboat is a big fan of WCW. Watches the product.
And our pre-show Battle Royal, Road Dogg is your new pre-show champion, Chad. Defeating Ultimo Dragon once again. Ultimo Dragon, 2 straight shows, and he's in the Battle Royal and loses. That's the final elimination. King IK most eliminations. Road Dogg wins. Tommy Rich sustained a Chichilian neck nerve damage.
Ooh.
That doesn't sound good.
No, not at all.
But here we are, Chad. We start off Survivor Series with Jim Ross and Michael Cole going over the card. And we go straight into action, Chad. It's the first of 5 Raw vs. SmackDown matches. That actually means something. It is going to be your European champion, Randy Orton, taking on your walk-on, your step-in, your replacement United States champion, Perry Saturn. Chad, who do you got in this match?
I have to go with the guy who was booked originally and not the replacement. I'm going Randy Orton.
All right, let's start booking. That was October's predictions. Chad, you went 5-4 last month, by the way.
Oh, I had a good run.
Let's see tonight what you get, Chad. You start off the night with a win. Randy Orton defeats Perry Saturn in 15-24 with an RKO. A valiant effort from the stand-in Perry Saturn, but he just can't get it done against Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And then we zoom in on Jim Cornette in the Raw locker room celebrating. Raw is up 1-0. To start the show. Huge start for Monday Night Raw.
Huge.
We get a video package of Triple H Shawn Michaels, Chad. The heated rivalries of former friends have come to a head once again. It's Triple H. It's Shawn Michaels, Chad. Who do you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with Triple H.
You're gonna go with the game.
Yeah, the game.
Ooh, a 99.
Ooh. I'm 2-0, by the way.
Triple H defeats Shawn Michaels with an ace crusher in 2021. A fantastic match here.
2021, good year.
And all right, we go into our third match of the night, Chad. Light heavyweight champion Mystico, representing SmackDown, taking on Intercontinental champion Taka Michinoku, representing Raw. Who do you got here in this match, Chad?
First of all, I think this match is going to be fucking fantastic. However, if Mystico is on, no one can stop Mystico. So I'm going to go Mystico.
Chad goes with the light heavyweight champion Mystico for SmackDown to tie it up. And in a 90, Taka Michinoku brings one home for Raw. 14:39 with the Michinoku driver. Raw is now up 2-0 and can end the series in the next match. Huge, Chad. And now we get dual camera shots of both locker rooms. Eric Bischoff upset. Cornette and Raw already celebrating. They're already celebrating. It looks like they're going to get the number 30th spot in the Royal Rumble. Paul Bischoff is starting to whisper to someone. It looks like a lackey, and they go off running. And now here we go. And Vince McMahon makes his way down to the ring, Chad. It's PJ Black and Vince McMahon. Who do you got in this match?
Oh, I gotta go Vince McMahon, damn it.
Well, in an 85, PJ Black taps out the boss. Vince McMahon in 14-19.
Vince McMahon putting PJ Black over.
PJ Black, well, yeah, Vince McMahon exhausted by the end. I was told by the road agents, do not give him this long of a match.
And you went, too bad, doing it anyway.
Yeah, too bad. He got a 90, so who cares? This guy can still go.
Who cares? Yeah, put the title on him.
Well,
maybe Vince can end Hulk Hogan's career.
Well, Chad, we move on to match number 5. A match that can this match can end the series already. It's the Tag Team Championships match. It's the Second City Saints, CM Punk, and Ace Steel, taking on SmackDown champions Big Rig Fig and Chad Collier. Who do you got?
I'm going with the Rat Boys.
Chad's is got the Rat Boys in this match. Yeah, I know, buddy. I know, Pat. I know. Well, in a decent match, the Rat Boys defeat Second City Saints in 15-17 when Chad Collier pinned CM Punk. During the match, we had Paul White come out and hit CM Punk.
That's right. I have a pinfall victory over CM Punk, baby.
You have a pinfall victory against Triple H, too. I don't know why you're worried about
I know. Push Chad Collier, baby. Push him to the moon.
What the hell is Paul White coming to? I'm assuming that's what Eric Bischoff was whispering about earlier tonight. Hey, go tell Paul White to distract him in this next match. We need to win. And Eric Bischoff, very happy. Cornette, the Raw locker room still celebrating, but, the mood has gone down a little bit. They just lost. They're calling out bullshit, too. They're not happy that they just lost to some shenanigans here. We move on. Our 6th match of the night, Chad. Randy Savage and Jamie Noble take on Ric Flair and Rhino. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Savage Dojo.
Chad's got the Savage Dojo. And in a decent match, Ric Flair and Rhino defeat the Savage Dojo when Rhino hits a pile driver on Jamie Noble to win the match. Rhino and Ric Flair have zero chemistry, but I don't care. So you lost this one now, Chad. You're 3-3 tonight, Chad.
I know.
3-3.
If we can break 500.
Yeah. After the match, Savage and Noble are just sitting there in the ring, and Noble goes for a hug to Savage, and Savage just walks away, just pushes him off.
Disappointed coach.
Why
couldn't I have brought Shannon up here instead?
Chad, the Kings of the Mountains are here. They're on a rock show.
Oh yeah.
They're at a rock show in an impromptu match because Buff and the Stuffs come out, Chad. A freestyle rap group.
Oh, Buffing the stuffs.
Buff Bagwell and his partners. Who do you got in this match?
I'm gonna go with Kings of the Mountain.
That's a good call. They win. They beat Teddy. They beat Buff Bagwell, Just Incredible, and Test.
Oh, good.
Just Incredible hurt himself. He tore his quad.
Oh, his brap was so sinister. He tore a quad.
Well, I'm not gonna ask you about this match because I would assume you would have went Liger.
I would have went Liger.
I'm not gonna give you a point there, Chad. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Right.
Liger defeats Ricky Steamboat in 1451 with a Liger bomb, Chad.
Good for Liger.
Brock Lesnar and Mike Tyson make their way down to the ring. Reminder that it is Brock Lesnar taking on a top talent from CMLL. Chad, who do you got? Is it Lesnar?
Oh man, what a stumper. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick Brock Lesnar.
Well, at 99, he defeats Dr. Wagner Jr. in 1441 with an overhead belly to belly. Lesnar does it again. What a match. What a match. Damn, a 99. Really thought I could get him on that one. All right, Chad. Your 10th match of the night.
Ha-ha.
What?
All right. I said, nope, you can't. Ha-ha.
All right. Okay. All right. Your 10th match of the night, Chad. It's the two men that just can't get it done. It's Jeff Jarrett, Booker T. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with, he's going to be celebrating with his bandmates because Jeff Jarrett's picking a win over Booker T.
No, you're wrong. Booker wins.
Oh.
I forgot who won that match. I'm not going to lie. Booker T defeats Jeff Jarrett in 1553 with a Harlem Hangover. Now, Chad.
Oh.
It's a match.
Bandmates are better than Jeff Jarrett.
It's a match that you hold dearly close to you. It's Dean and it's Psychosis. Chad, who do you got in this match?
I'm going to go with both of them passing out and ending in a no contest.
Oh, no. Oh, no, that's fucked up, buddy. That's a
Not
loss.
dying.
That's a
Just
loss
passing
if you
out.
guess that.
Chef Psycho.
All right, he goes Psychosis. And in a 95, Psychosis hits the guillotine leg drop on Dean Malenko and picks up the win here in Survivor Series. What a match. Psychosis.
What a match.
Here. Jed.
Yes.
SmackDown is up 2-1, or Raw's up 2-1. It's the World Heavyweight Championship match. It's The Rock. It's Paul White. Can SmackDown tie it up? Or can Raw end it right here?
I'm going to put my booking hat on, and I'm going to say they tie it. I'm going to say Big Show wins.
You think Big Show beats The Rock?
Yes.
Well, in a 99, Paul White defeats The Rock in 1821 cleanly with a chokeslam.
All right. Hell yeah, baby. I was right.
Hell yeah, indeed. Well, and now these two, they're in the same room together. They're going down to the ring, Chad. Because this main event match, it's Team Raw, Stone Cold, Christian, Mark Henry, Kane, and Kurt Angle take on Team SmackDown. Eddie, Edge, Del Santo, Taker, and Latin Lover. Chad, I gotta know, who wins the Survivor Series?
I am usually a SmackDown boy through and through. However, I'm going to go with the red brand. Give me a Team Raw victory.
Chad will go with Team Raw. And in a 96, Team SmackDown get the win.
Ah.
What a match. Latin Lover out first, unfortunately. He gets taken out by Stone Cold. And then Mark Henry gets eliminated. Christian gets pinned by Edge. Del Santo's out. Kane's out. Edge is out. Angle's out. Then Taker's out. And it's down to Eddie and the Stone Cold in the final two. And Eddie Guerrero will pull it off for his team to get the win for Team SmackDown. And Team SmackDown with Eric Bischoff celebrating the ring. What an unbelievable match. What an unbelievable Survivor Series. SmackDown pulls off the reverse sweep 3 in a row. And that is SmackDown. We go straight to the interviews which I don't have tonight, but they get interviewed. They get interviewed, and they get interviewed. And that is it, a 97. Happy with this.
I am happy. How could you not be happy?
A 5-on-5 match is never going to get 100, so I was expecting around this. This was what I was
much
expecting.
like World War III, much like a Battle Royal Rumble or a Battle Royal World War III is not going to get 100.
Yeah, Royal Rumble will never do 100. This will never do 100. World War III will never do 100. I'm happy with a 97.
Yeah, that's a good banger pay-per-view. I was enthralled the entire time, Justin. Justin, what was my win-loss record?
You ended up going, because you went Team Raw, you went 7-4.
Oh, one more for the good guys.
So you're now 12-8 all time.
Oh, that's a pretty good record, baby.
Yeah, that is very true. I would go 100% on yours.
Yeah, I should start asking you before you book it, and then just keep a mental note and say who Justin thought as we go.
You want to do that?
Yeah, you want to do it right now? We get on record.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the World War III card.
Okay.
Samoa Joe versus Ahmed.
Samoa Joe.
Justin says Samoa Joe. We're gonna have Low D versus Steven Regal in a pie eating contest.
I didn't know this was a thing.
It's gonna be something I make on the fly.
Oh no. I guess Low D.
Okay.
Is that for the belt?
Yes.
Oh, Regal. Never mind.
We're having Hulk Hogan versus mystery opponent.
Mystery opponent.
Okay. We're gonna have Diamond Dallas Page and Sting taking on Too Cool.
Do you need to ask that?
Yes, I'm asking right now.
All right, Syndicate.
Okay. We have AJ Styles versus Hoovy.
The Good Samaritan in me wants JJ Styles because we can't reward drug addicts, but knowing you, Hoovy.
Okay. We will have Chris Jericho going 1-on-1 against Goldberg.
Jericho gets his belt back.
And we've got the Steiner brothers taking on the Outsiders in a no disqualification match.
Jesus Christ. Outsiders.
Okay. And our main event, World War III.
I'm still going to go with Owen.
You're going Owen Hart. Okay, Justin, do you have those written down?
Yeah, you thought you were writing them down.
No.
Oh.
That's okay. I remember. I remember what you said.
We'll see you for World War III.
We'll see you for World War III.
This buffoon, man. Hey, Justin, you want to do predictions on my show? I'm not going to write them down. Fuck you mean, Chad?
And we are here with World War III, Justin. Justin, why don't you explain the process of what we did?
No, you.
Oh, okay. So, Justin, we do it like normal. But Justin knows almost all of the predictions that he made, if they were right or wrong. He knows all of them except for one. The World War III match. And see, what happened was, Justin basically closed his eyes. And I told him to stop when he got to names that I needed him to book for final appearances, the winner, the runner-up. And then, he had his eyes closed when I had him, book the match. It should be easy, right? Well, then we had to take care of an in-ring situation. And then we had to change the road agent. It was a huge process, but Justin blindly did it, and he does not know who wins World War III.
I know someone's mad, and that's giving me ideas on who it is. But that's it. I don't know nothing. Scott Steiner won it last year.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the card last year, Chad?
Sure, let's go over the card.
Chris Candido beat Buff Bagwell. Tatanka won a Battle Royal to win the WCW 24/7 belt. Chef Psychosis beat Del Santo in the pre-show, or on the opening card.
Wow.
On the opening card.
What the difference a year can make.
Regal and Wright defeat TCP.
Okay.
Bret Hart defeats Kurt Hennig in a match for the Global Belt. Scott Hall against Kevin Nash in a 1-on-1 Falls Count Anywhere match. Jericho defeated Sylvester Stallone. Raven defeated Goldberg by countout to retain the belt. And Steiner won the World War III match.
Hell yeah. What a show. And this show is going to be even better.
All right, Chad, I can hear you eating pizza. Let's wait.
I'm done. Yep, nope, I'm good. I swallowed. We're fine. Let's go. Then a decent match. Justin, you guessed Samoa Joe, and you were correct. Samoa Joe defeats Ahmed with a Dragon Sleeper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Samoa Joe defeats Ahmed.
Biggest one of his career probably so far.
Yes, sir.
After this, Low D Steven Regal's backstage. He's like, I can't believe I'm not booked to defend my television championship. How disrespectful. And he's in the back on catering, and Lodi, he sits next to him, and he's got a big old pie. And he says, you know what, Steve? I call you Steve. You know what, Steve? Listen, I've been thinking, all right? You mentioned how we had each other in a foot race. We both passed out, right, before the winner would be made. So how about this? How about tonight, me and you, we take each other on one more time, but it's not going to be a foot race, all right? Listen, we're both equally tied in athleticism. We already tried that. We're going to take a different approach. Who has the bigger stomach? That's right, Steven Regal. I'm challenging you to a pie-eating contest right now for that belt. And he's like, you are an absolute buffoon. Why would I do that? And he's like, well, I already talked to Sylvester Stallone. And he laughed and said, that's such good shit. And he booked it. And if you say no, then it's forfeit. And as we all know, in a pie-eating contest, the title can switch hands on a forfeit. It says it right here in the rules. He's like, what rules? And Lodi hands him a book of rules. And he's reading. He's like, bloody hell, it does say that. Damn it! All right, filling the pies! And we've got a pie-eating contest, Justin. Backstage right now.
All right.
You guessed Steven Regal for this, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yes. Correct. And in a pie-eating match, some people say this was the best pie-eating match of all time. And Lodi tapped out when his stomach was too much. His stomach couldn't handle the submission hold that the pie had on his digestive system any longer. Steven Regal, he beat Lodi in a pie-eating contest and makes defense number 6 of the WCW World Television Championship.
What a match, Chad.
Yes.
What a match.
What a match. Hulk Hogan, he's in the ring and he says, brother, I want to say I am not booked to compete in World War III. Fans are booing. He's like, I know you're upset. That's why I came out here tonight. Listen, my career is on the line. In one-on-one matches. I've been told by Ted Turner himself that if I was in World War III and I lost, that I wouldn't be fired. Because he doesn't think that's fair. And I agree with him. Unlike that prick, Sylvester Stallone. But listen, he said, I went above Sly's head here, Jack. And he said, listen, if you want to be in the World War III match, you have to win. And this one will count against your career. So I said, you know what, brother? If for a shot at main eventing Starrcade, I don't know how many more of these Starrcade matches I'll get. I said, you know what, brother? I'm in. So tonight, I go one-on-one against an opponent, and I'm not sure who it's going to be. But the winner of that match will go on to World War III later tonight. And Justin said, Mick Foley comes out, and he answers the call. He says, you know what, Hulk, I'll fight you tonight one-on-one, and it's going to be an honor. It's going to be an absolute honor to retire a legend, and it's going to be an honor to win my way into the main event of World War III. So, Justin, you picked the mystery opponent, I
don't feel great about that pick anymore.
You have rooted for Mick Foley taking on Hulk Hogan.
I don't feel great about that.
We've got Too Cool versus the Syndicate, and in a good match, the Syndicate defeat Too Cool. When Sting submitted Grandmaster Sexay with a Scorpion Deathlock, and Syndicate make defense number 4. The WCW Tag Team titles.
They came close, Chad, but they just can't get it done.
Yes, they were still covered. Their jackets were still covered in slime. After the match, Diamond Dallas Page and Sting, they celebrate in the ring with their tag team titles. They even do a little dance.
Oh, a little dance.
Make fun. Well, Diamond Dallas Page does. Sting doesn't.
Does he do like an Irish jig?
No. Sting doesn't dance. Juventud.
Oh,
he
comes out first.
Juventud comes out. He's got his Universal Championship in one hand and his ring bell in the other. Juvi versus AJ Styles for the Universal Championship. AJ makes his entrance, and AJ wears his entrance. And Justin, he got yelled at for this in the back because listen, to get in Juventud's head,
some heat, brother.
To get inside Juventud's head, AJ Styles came out in a chef outfit.
Okay, all right, brother.
not Psychosis's gear. He's wearing a chef hat and a chef apron.
Yeah,
He's wearing his wrestling tights under it. But he comes down to the ring in that, and Hoovy, he's mad as hell. Oh, he's shaking his head.
But does he
he's
not like
rolling
kitchen
his fist.
people?
He hates the kitchen staff. And AJ Styles takes that all off, and he's wearing his wrestling gear, and we got a one-on-one match.
What a weird way to come out. Hey, don't come out in that chef hat, dummy. What? Oh.
And this got a 97. And Justin, in a bout with subpar wrestling and great heat, AJ Styles defeats Juventud Guerrero with a Styles Clash and wins the Universal Championship. AJ Styles is a world champion, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, I'm stoked that Juventud lost the belt. I don't, if you know me, I don't support, if you know WWF, not me personally, I don't support the little drug addicts in my company. And then Chad gave him the belt immediately after, so I'm stoked that he got, he got the, I mean, I'm not happy he got the run, but.
To be fair, to pull the curtain back a little bit more, Owen Havoc fucking sucked a book. Because yes, in a perfect world, Hoovy costing my company prestige twice, he would never have won the belt. But knowing Hoovy was that Chef was on his way out the door, I had to book the Hoovy Chef feud. I had to. There was no way that feud couldn't have happened.
Yeah, you
right?
Booked,
and then
two feuds, two world title feuds before Dean and Chef signed with me.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah, because again, if Jericho was, if Dean wasn't leaving, I would have had that. I just would have pushed that match back until this week. Had the match would have been fine. Dean was leaving. I had to have Dean wrestle a world title match. Chef and Hoovy was a monster feud, and I had to have that payoff. I had to have Hoovy go over and win the belt. And then when Hoovy was being penalized, I was like, well, shit. In a perfect world, I would just, because I always had Hoovy planning in the win. In a perfect world, I was like, shit. I can't have Chef flip it now because Chef is leaving, and I'm not gonna have Chef roll up to Raw with the championship and do the Medusa spot. I'm just not. I know Justin would have booked it, and I'm not doing it.
You could
have. So I was in a corner, and I had to do this. So yes. But this is Hoovy's punishment. He loses to AJ Styles and loses the belt.
Well, AJ. We could talk about it later, but AJ having again just an awful last 6 months. Somehow getting a title match and somehow winning is just, it's weird.
He earned his right. He earned his way in. He earned a match.
But you know how I am about making people look good before you give them a title run. And Styles was the direct opposite of that. That's why I didn't want to pick him. I just, based on booking, he shouldn't have won. But, I mean, that is what it is.
You should have picked him because you would have had,
I stick to my guns, Chad. It's about stories, not numbers.
About drive, it's about power. AJ Styles celebrates after he devours and wins the world championship. AJ Styles is celebrating. Biggest win of AJ Styles' career.
Oh my god.
Speaking of biggest matches of their career, we got Hulk Hogan versus Mick Foley. Both these men. Can you talk about people who love this company? It doesn't go farther than Mick and Hulk Hogan. And in a bout with superb wrestling and great heat, Hulk Hogan defeats Mick Foley with a big leg drop. Hulk Hogan is going to World War III, Justin.
He's already there.
Yes, but he's going into the match.
Oh, we didn't add him to the match.
Well, he's in it.
Well, hopefully he didn't have a spot, Chad. You didn't tell me that.
The whole part of the match was that he was booked in the... And I actually did tell you it was Hulk Hogan in the match.
Chad,
Hulk Hogan wins.
Before I booked it, I said no one who had a match earlier tonight is in this match, and you said cool.
But the match was. I assumed you meant besides Hulk Hogan because I said Hulk Hogan's in it, right?
I ran it by you, Chad.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, next segment. Hulk Hogan's in it.
He's not winning anyway.
I'll make up a spot if I have to. That's fine. I don't care. Chris Jericho comes out. Got a big entrance. So first of all, a red carpet is laid out, and a red carpet is rolled out. There are people like paparazzi with cameras and fans, adoring fans everywhere. And you hear, ladies and gentlemen, making his in-ring return. And then it shows like a clip from like The Lion King where Rafiki says, the king has returned. The immortal Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho, best of the best. He comes out. He's amped up. He's ready to take on Goldberg. And then you see the red carpet. The red carpet, Justin. Like that's Jericho's entrance, right? So now it's Goldberg's entrance. The red carpet bursts into flame. Goes with pyro. Pyro shoots out all down the ramp. The carpet burns in flames. And then out of the flames, you see Goldberg with his championship. He's looking confident. He literally came out of basically an explosion as he walks down the ramp with his belt. You hear, and introducing his opponent, the man who the man who had the longest undefeated streak in professional wrestling, the man who is the enforcer of the Syndicate, Scott Steiner's best friend, and your world champion for a 3 times. He is Goldberg! And then the fans are chanting, Goldberg, Goldberg. Chris Jericho, Goldberg, Justin.
There we go.
For the World Heavyweight Championship. And in an exceptional match, Chris Jericho, he defeats Goldberg with the Lion Tamer. Justin Goldberg passes out from the pain. He refused to tap out, but nonetheless, he passes out, and Chris Jericho wins back his WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
What a match. Good for Jericho.
We have a no disqualification match, the Steiners versus the Outsiders, and then a superb match. The Outsiders defeat the Steiner brothers in a no DQ match when Scott Hall pins Scott Steiner with a Razor's Edge, Justin.
Ooh, big win. What am I doing in the predictions, Jed?
No,
you don't know. Never mind.
Well, we'll go over afterwards. We'll save it for a surprise. Yeah, the Wolfpack. They all celebrate.
Yeah, and now we go into the
World War III, baby.
Chad. Do you want to go over any spots, or should I just next segment it?
No, because there is a next segment that before the World War III match, we've got AJ and Jericho, 2 champions. AJ, the Universal. Jericho, the World Championship. They have front row seats. They're sitting ringside for this match, Justin. Because one of these 2 men will be defending their World Championship at Starrcade. And who's it going to be, Justin? The match is intense. There are 60 men in this match. The bell rings, a complete brawl, bodies flying everywhere. Some people are immediately eliminated. Guys like Sick Boy thrown out first. Rick Rude, he's yelling at Sick Boy. He's like, I can't believe he just got eliminated. I can't believe it. And he gets eliminated right after that. You know, there are a lot of the people like Madman Pondo over the top rope. You know, all these
Madman Pondo I put on.
He's just all of the jobbers, you know, they're getting themselves eliminated first, you know. As Taz, the franchise, and Minoru, they're just throwing people over. They don't even care. And you know what? And as they turn around and they see Bubba Ray with his eye patch. He's flying through, he's clubbing away, but Minoru Suzuki, he's not even in the match. He was in the crowd because he's not medically cleared, but he didn't care. Bubba Ray in street clothes, which I guess is like different from his regular ring attire. He runs in from the crowd and starts slugging away. Bubba Ray Dudley, he clotheslines the franchise over the top rope and gets eliminated. Paul Heyman, he's mad as hell. But don't worry, Taz looks at Suzuki. He says, don't worry, I got you. China is in the match. China said in an interview leading up on the online that she planned on winning the match, and that's how she was going to finally get her women's match. She was going to main event Starrcade, the women's championship match. And China, to her credit, she was eliminated. She eliminated Kurt Hennig. She threw Kurt Hennig right out. And Kurt Hennig, once again, he was like, man, why am I wrestling? And his bodies are everywhere. Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, and the Syndicate, they're all in the match. And they're also, you know, they're fighting people. Bop, 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 bop. They're doing it. But Hall, so basically, Scott and Rick Steiner, they eliminate Kevin Nash in 6. And they're laughing. Hall's not going to let that sit by. And Hall, being the bad guy that he is, he came into the match, Justin, and he was weird. He wasn't wearing his ring gear. He came out in jeans and a leather jacket, and he takes off the leather jacket to reveal he's wearing his United States Championship belt. And after Nash and 6 got eliminated, Scott Hall takes the belt off and pops Scott Steiner in the head with it. And then as he does that, so he pops Steiner in the head, Scott leans over the rope, and Kevin Nash, while eliminated, grabs Scott Steiner by the arms, and Hall eliminates Scott. And then Scott Steiner, he bops Rick Steiner with the belt. He bops Sting. He bops Diamond Dallas Page. All the Syndicate. Bop, 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 bop. And then he pulls out a toothpick and he throws the toothpick at Scott Steiner outside the ring as he is leaving, and that enrages Scott Steiner. He's like, "You motherfucker!" And he runs back in the match, and he is eliminating people to get to Hall, but of course those eliminations don't count because Scott Steiner is not in the match anymore. But he finally gets to Hall, and he just clotheslines Hall, and they fly over the top rope. Hall eliminates Scott Steiner after Scott Steiner eliminated him. While this is all happening, Goldberg, he's mad as hell. For one, Goldberg lost his championship, right? So he comes out of the ring and he's mad as hell. And he starts spearing people left and right, left and right, left and right. And Shamrock, he said, "What the hell are you doing?" So he grabs Goldberg and he throws Goldberg out of the ring. And Goldberg, he's mad as hell. He gets back in there. And when Shamrock's back is turned, Goldberg throws Shamrock out of the ring. And that was Stallone's guy. Stallone, he's like, he's freaking out. That's his enforcer. And he turns around and he sees Bret Hart, the Hitman. And Bret Hart, he's locked up with Chris Candido. And Sylvester Stallone, he laughs. Now's my chance. Sylvester Stallone, he turns around, Justin, with a huge upset. Sylvester Stallone eliminates Bret Hart.
Wow, that's huge.
It's huge. Meanwhile, in the corner, 5 men. It took 5 men, Justin, eliminate Big Daddy V. They just stole him over the ring. It took 5 people to eliminate Big Daddy V, but they do it. And after those 5 people eliminate Sylvester Stallone, he eliminates the other 5. It's a wild match. China is making progress. We get down to about like 10 or so left, and China, she's getting ready. She is having a great time. She finally gets her hands on Sylvester Stallone. She pummels Stallone. Stallone's like hiding his bed. He's like, "Oh, stop." He's just pummeling Sylvester Stallone. And it looked like she was about to eliminate Sylvester Stallone, but Tammy Stitch runs in from the back with and she's carrying a bag, and she hits China in the head with a bag, and China unconscious as Tammy Stitch eliminates China. And now listen, she's not in the match, but she did go over the top rope, and unfortunately that is the rules. China is eliminated. Tammy Stitch laughs and hands Sylvester Stallone the bag, and Stallone, he tips the bag over, and a giant brick falls out of the bag. Sylvester Stallone has a brick, Justin, and he begins walloping people with the brick. Bah, 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 bah. And Owen Hart, he's like, "Hey, knock it off." And Owen Hart, and to revenge his brother, Owen Hart goes to eliminate Sylvester Stallone, but Sylvester Stallone grabs Owen Hart because that was the final 4. It was Sylvester Stallone, Owen Hart, Minoru Suzuki, and one man who, after just eliminating his friend Rey Mysterio,
oh no,
a man who calls himself one of a kind, Rob Van Dam, is left in the ring. One of a kind! Owen Hart, he goes to eliminate Bret, and Bret Hart, Owen Hart, he goes to eliminate Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone,
come on, Owen.
Bobs Sylvester Stallone with the brick, but he still holds on. Sylvester Stallone, he hits him with a rocky right hand. Owen Hart still stands. Owen Hart is dangling from the ropes. Sylvester Stallone, he just keeps punching and punching and punching. And Owen Hart, he grabs Sylvester Stallone by the shoulders, and he's uses Sylvester Stallone's shoulders as a springboard, and he springboards himself up, then grabbing Sylvester Stallone with his legs and hurricanranas Sylvester Stallone over the rope. It's a 6 spot. Everyone's like, "Wow!" During the match, Raven and Chris Kanyon, who were eliminated, they were in the final 10. They are fighting. So Raven goes for the hair clippers. Chris Kanyon super kicks Raven. Raven mad because Chris Kanyon was one who eliminated Raven, but Abyss came out and eliminated Chris Kanyon. That's a side story that I forgot to cover, but that also happened. They've got the final 3. Owen Hart, Minoru Suzuki, and Rob Van Dam. And Justin, that 3 of them have a hell of a match. They trade spots.
Owen.
RVD hits a rolling thunder on Owen Hart. Owen Hart then gets up and he's able to lock in a sharpshooter on RVD. While that's happening, Minoru Suzuki with his elbow bashes Owen Hart in the back of the head with the elbow. Paul Heyman is ringside going, "Yes, Minoru, yes!" And Taz, who was eliminated earlier, runs in and he puts in a Taz mission on Rob Van Dam as Minoru Suzuki and Owen Hart begin to fight. Minoru Suzuki has Owen Hart in an arm bar, and Taz has RVD and the Taz mission, the two members of Paul Heyman guys, they got him on submission holds, and it looks like Owen and RVD are going to tap out, but they're able to fight their way through. Owen Hart gets on top of Minoru and puts him in a sharpshooter. Minoru Suzuki, he's and Taz, seeing that Minoru Suzuki, his friend, his teammate, is in a submission, he lets go of RVD, and he goes and he grabs Owen and he suplexes him. RVD gets back to his feet, and Taz suplexes RVD, and then Taz, he's fired up, he's pumping his chest, he's like, ah! And he turns around, and Minoru Suzuki puts his hand on Taz's shoulder, and Taz in a blind rage suplexes Suzuki, and then realizes what he's done. Oh. He's like, oh my god, I just suplexed Suzuki, and he looks over at he looks over at Paul Heyman, he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I thought he was Owen Hart. He's like freaking out, and they're going back and forth. It was clearly an accident, but Taz did suplex, and Suzuki gets up after being suplexed by Taz. Minoru Suzuki gets up and just takes Taz, throws him over the top rope. If Taz wasn't eliminated, he'd be eliminated again, but he already was. But that distraction almost gets gets Minoru Suzuki eliminated, but he is able to batter away from Owen, and he hits another powerful elbow on Owen Hart, which bobbles Owen, and then Minoru Suzuki is running, and he hard lariat eliminates Owen Hart.
Oh, my fucking boo.
Our final two men, Rob Van Dam and Minoru Suzuki and RVD. And still selling that terrible Taz mission move. He's in so much pain. Oh, I was in terrible pain. Not that the move is terrible, but the pain was terrible. It was perfectly executed by Taz. But they fight back and forth. Paul Heyman, he's extra mad because that's Rob Van Dam. That's my former champion. He's like, you eliminate that son of a bitch, Minoru! Get him! Yes! You're the future! And Minoru Suzuki he gets on top of Rob Van Dam and just starts punching him over and over and over and over and over and over. It feels like 10 minutes of just punches and elbows. Rob Van Dam busted open. Suzuki picks him up, and he's going for elimination, but Rob Van Dam, he moves out of the way. He whips Minoru Suzuki. He bounces off the top rope. Rob Van Dam drop kicks onto the ring, rolls up, does a rolling thunder on top of Minoru Suzuki. He's on the ground, and Rob Van Dam, face covered in blood, looks around. The crowd is cheering. He does his Rob Van Dam spot, goes to the top rope. Paul Heyman gets on the top rope, and he looks like he's trying to throw. Paul Heyman, he's trying to not push Rob Van Dam off of the top rope into the ring. He's trying to grab Rob Van Dam and eliminate him from the top rope. Rob Van Dam, he kicks Paul Heyman in the head. Paul falls. He then looks around, shooting a 5-star frog splash onto Minoru Suzuki. Suzuki, he's like, oh, this is the most pain Suzuki's taken in his since joining forces with Paul Heyman. Rob Van Dam, he's trying to pick up Minoru Suzuki, who is dead weight. He can barely pick him up. But he gets him up. And he looks at the crowd is popping as he throws Minoru Suzuki over the top rope, Justin. Wow. And Rob Van Dam wins World War III.
Hell yeah. Ooh, a couple injuries, but who cares?
Who cares? Rob Van Dam. Actually, I care because that could potentially be bad. But Rob Van Dam is going to Starrcade, and he looks over at AJ and Jericho, and he points to the Starrcade banner. Justin. This man, Rob Van Dam, is in a main event. Arcade.
One 2000. Of a kind!
One of a kind!
Butterbean and Tommy Dreamer were hurt.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there we go. Good for RVD. It gets a 90, though. Chad, I'm sorry, you can't beat me.
That's okay. I didn't think we were gonna.
Starrcade will. I'm not even gonna argue there. What a fucking match, Chad. Props to Chad. Going in depth for the first time in a while.
I fucked up kind of because, like I said, I totally skipped over the Chris Canyon Raven spot, but that's okay.
It's all right. You went back to it. You told about it. It's fine. RVD though. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Justin, is that when Sylvester Stallone got mad? Is that who you thought was winning?
No.
Who did you think it was?
I didn't think there was a shot in hell Sylvester Stallone was going to win this match. I know you wouldn't do that.
He was originally in the final two. Yeah, I made him final three instead, so like whatever.
GM. He shouldn't be even close to the final two.
But he's the heel right now, Justin.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna win. I think Suzuki and RVD in the final two was the right spot. I had to bump. So originally my final four was RVD, Suzuki, Owen, and Ray. So unfortunately, Sylvester Stallone bumped Ray in that spot, but that's okay. World War III, Justin.
And there we go. We'll see you guys for.
Who do you think he challenges? Does he challenge Jericho or does he challenge AJ Styles?
Challenges Jericho.
Think so?
Yeah, I think Jericho's a better match.
Have to see.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. See you for episode 30 something, 39, 30, 40, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. 40. I'm 40.